Hey guys, this is Abhishek from GadgetShoes.com, and today we are here at the Samsung event, and Samsung has launched a new device today, which is the new smartwatch, which is called the Samsung Gear S2. We have already done a hands-on of this device. You can see that video, and I will be putting a link to this video in the card on this one as well as in the video description. It has a rotating dial, which is a very unique thing, and it has a very nice interface. Although this interface is not Android Wear, it is running on Tizen OS, which is Samsung own OS. In this video, we are going to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Note 5, which I am seeing for the first time. So this is the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 in front of you, which looks very premium in terms of the overall look and feel and design. And again, it has got the kind of design you might have seen on Samsung Galaxy Edge previously, but the curves are not there on the front glass, but they are actually there at the back glass. And both the front glass and the front glass as well as the back glass are fingerprint magnet on this device. You can see the fingerprints over there, and you can also see the fingerprints over there on the front once I turn off the display. So this is how the device is. The device is very glossy in nature. The one which we have is kind of a platinum color, I guess. This is the platinum color, which looks very nice and premium. Let's talk about the overall build quality and design first of all. So in terms of the design, it is not very much different from what we have seen previously from Samsung. Especially this is very much like a bigger Samsung Galaxy Note Edge, but inverted, because in this case the back glass is actually inverted rather than the front glass, which is actually good, I would say. Talking about the front, on the top you have a nice metallic earpiece over there. The front camera is 5 megapixel again, and the rear camera is 16 megapixel camera. We do have the heart rate sensor, and the same kind of design placement is there on this device compared to what you have seen on Samsung Galaxy Note 4. Apart from this, if we talk about the processor inside, we have got Exynos 7420 processor. It has got Android 5.1.1 Lollipop, and the display resolution is 1440 into 2560, which is pretty high, and the pixel density is also very high. Even if you take a closer look, you won't see any pixelation on this device, which is actually very good. Apart from this, if we talk about the weight, it is around 171 gram. It is fairly big to hold in one hand, but the display bezel is actually very thin. So display bezel is thin, and it is a good thing, I would say. We have a physical home button just like the other Samsung devices that we have seen, and then we have touch capacitive buttons which do have backlit LED, and again you do have the same color lining over there at the bottom as well. And this device is made up of metal and glass. There is no plastic which I can see, at least from the outside. We have the power volume buttons over there, which are the metallic buttons, and they do have a pretty good feedback. And again, the edges are kind of thin, but they are also made up of metal. On the top you can see good amount of metal. You have a SIM card tray slot over there, secondary microphone for noise cancellation, antenna bands as well. At the bottom you have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging. You have the loudspeaker mesh over there, and you have the S Pen. And inserting the S Pen in the wrong orientation can actually give you the pen gate problem, which is happening with the Note 5. And I can tell you how does the S Pen actually look like. This is how the S Pen look like on the new Note 5, and it has this small thing over there, which is kind of a flexible spring thing, a button which actually is controlled with the help of a spring inside. And again, this smart S Pen is actually looking better compared to what we have seen previously. It does have the button which you might have seen earlier, but there are no lines over there to give you a grip. It is kind of a smooth finishing over there, which will give you a very good grip when you hold it in hand, but again very good feeling when you hold it in hand, but may not be a very good grip because it might be slippery if you have wet hands. That could be there. And again, inserting the S Pen in the right orientation is very important, unless you will face the problem. So you don't insert it like this in any way, because it is not supposed to be inserted in this way. If I insert it, it can actually go inside like this, but it can actually be blocked once you insert it with the pressure, and it will not come out in that case. So you have to insert it like this or like this, but not in the other way around, which I have already told you. Apart from this, if we talk about the bottom, we have got a micro USB port over there. On this side we have the power and sleep key, and at the back we have 16 megapixel autofocus camera. When it comes to the processor inside, it has got a combination of 2 quad-core CPU, which is 1.5 GHz, and the other one is 2.1 GHz. And the GPU inside is Mali T760 MP8 GPU, which is pretty good. And the front has got Corning Gorilla Glass protection. However, the back side, whether it has the Corning Gorilla Glass protection or not, we will confirm that later. Again, the display is pretty big, and let's talk about the software now. We have already talked about the phone hardware and the build quality. So let's go into settings. Again, the UI which is running on top of Android is TouchWiz UI, which is pretty responsive and smooth. Let me just go into the settings. And again, I'm actually shooting this video from a smartphone, so it is slightly difficult for me to actually access things with single hand. Again, this is not a device which is supposed to be used with single hand all the time, because it has a pretty big display. Here we have the Android version, which is Android 1.1 Lollipop, which we have on this device. And let me just come back. So here we have the back button, and again let me come back again and show you the storage. On the storage front, we have 32 GB storage model as of now, out of which 21.62 GB is available to the user. And you have the system memory over there as well, which is taking approximately 7.8 GB on this device. And use space is 2.28 GB, which is the pre-installed application which you are getting on this device. And you can actually disable them, but you cannot get rid of them. That is a sad thing, but that's how it is. Let me just go into the application scenario. On the application front, or the RAM front, which we are actually looking at, it has 4 GB of RAM, and out of that, how much is free? Let me just find that out. So here we have the application interface, and out of 4 GB of RAM, 1.4 GB is free, or 1.3 GB to be very precise is free, and the device is fairly responsive. But if you take it out of the box, you will get approximately 2.3 to 2.5 GB of RAM free on Samsung Galaxy Note 5. Let's take a look over the messaging application, and I'd like to show you the keyboard experience. So here we have the keyboard, and if you take a look, this is a regular keyboard which is good, which is responsive. It does give you a haptic vibration feedback whenever you tap on any of the keys, so you can actually type easily on this device. So I type by default is not supported, but you can enable it in case you would like to do that. Let me just come back and show you some more things. We have contacts application over there, which is actually not very useful, and these are the applications which you will get pre-installed. You have clock application, you have email, gallery, and other bloatware which comes pre-installed. You have CNN and Baidu Map application. For some reason, I don't know why it is there, but anyways, that's how it is. Apart from this, we take a look over other things. We can actually find out the camera performance, and I would like to take a photo of my Sony RX100 Mark IV over there and show you what kind of performance it can give you on the camera front. And I'm going to do it deliberately with one hand, so that I can find out how stable the device camera is as far as rear camera is concerned. So I have tap to focus, which is pretty fast, and it gives you the option of controlling the brightness of the photo in case the photo is not coming out to be good in terms of the brightness. And let me just take this photo right away. So we have taken the photo, and let me toggle to the front camera now and take a photo from the front camera and show you the performance of the front 5 megapixel camera. So we have taken both of these photos. I can show you both of the photos one by one. So this is the front camera selfie look like. Again, it is looking good in terms of the colors, in terms of details, everything is looking nice. And when it comes to the rear camera photo, the rear camera photo is very crisp and clear. There is no problem with the brightness, there is no problem with the details, and colors are very nicely produced. And I would say it is a very good color production, which is very close to the actual subject over there, which you can see. So all in all, both the rear cameras and the front camera are doing a good job on this phone. So we will wait this device to come in India. It is launching on 7th, I guess. And I'm going to upload this video before that, so that you can actually have an idea. And this is most probably going to cost around 50,000 rupees, which is going to be huge, but that's how it is, and that's how it has been till now. And again, the S Pen has given a new functionality on this device, which is that I can write on the device without even turning on the display. Let me just try to do that. So the moment you actually make the S Pen come out, it will give you this message that you can actually write on the screen. And let me just try to write gadgets to use. Again, I'm doing it from my left hand, which is actually, I have never written actually from the left hand. Gadgets. Okay, let me try to write Abhishek. Okay. I think this is enough. This is really bad. Anyways, but this functionality is good, and I can actually write on the screen and save this as a note, which is the best thing. So this is again a very quick way to use S Pen, and we will tell you more features of the S Pen, but make sure you don't insert the S Pen in the wrong orientation, otherwise you will face the pen gate problem with the Samsung Galaxy Note 5, which is happening right now. And there are some people over here at the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 booth who are actually trying to insert the S Pen in the wrong orientation. And on some of the devices, Samsung guys are actually trying to make that S Pen come out, but people are doing that. So it is actually fun, but not fun for the company, because you have to actually send the device to the repair in case the S Pen problem arises, because the back panel has to be removed and then only the S Pen will come out, and the service center people can only do that. So this is all we have as far as the quick hands-on of the new Samsung Galaxy Note 5, which is coming to India very soon. Thanks for watching this video. In case you have any questions and queries, you can leave your questions and queries in the comment section below. You can like this video. This video helps you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.